Hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are going to make corrections to Mr. Herlock Sholm's deductions. So let us begin. So the dubious looking Russian, Mr. ROYLOTT, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Oops, I am not focusing my mouse on the game. There we go. Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we may ask ourselves, what could you possibly want to do such implements with it? The answer, of course, is staring at us in the face. You are on the verge of using these shears to cut away your copious beard. Alright, and that's what we're gonna change. Huh. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. ROYLOTT either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a key word here with Naruto-san and see if it helps. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. ROYLOTT. I wonder if it's really his beard he tends to use those shears on. Exactly. If you do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sean's deduction better, then what? Now I'll leave the rest to your capable hands, Naruto-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we can do to switch around the last sentence. What exactly is Mr. ROYLOTT really going to use those enormous shears for? Oh, I can actually turn around a bit. Wait, whoa, what is this? Now, unless you really allowed long hair and you like to bleach your hair, this is obviously something weird. And how did they just notice this? What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. ROYLOTT's head? And how is it growing out of there underneath his thick black beard? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising. Something definitely not right here. Yeah, okay, yes! Can we present that? There we go. The golden locks. This is our deduction now. You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks, you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise details I was intending to expose. You know, when I watched this on the preview from like E3 from Nintendo, they had voice actors actually voice these parts. It's kind of weird to see how that's actually not included in this part. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all. You're a woman. And judging from the length of sheen of your hair, one's still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I'd managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. The question then begged this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. Well, actually, it's the one behind it. Well, that's a shock. I had no idea an old man was really a young woman in disguise, did you? What? What are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise, Naruto-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in the elements as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Yes, I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on the next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all. Now, that's true, given that Mr. ROYLOTT is actually a woman. Exactly. He, or rather she, can't possibly be a merciless revolutionary. I suppose it's because the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now. Yes. Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them. For some reason, this woman needs to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though... Okay, I think we're getting this. Enough reading that. Can I... Oh, there it is. The two different things. Let's present it. The article about the ballerina. The evidence that reveals the true identity is, of course, the article of the ballerina. That's right. You hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of Novovich Ballet Prima Ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Oh, did she just stab herself with a knife by accident? Oh, it's in the hat. Nothing to say. Oh, taking it off. And there we go. True identity. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Alright, so he's in the case. So in conclusion, is a ballerina on the run. Now we gotta figure out what the actual wrongdoing is. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime over there. And she took a glance again. Ah yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unaware, people have the prosperity to let their eyes stray. I assure you the eye speaks much more and eloquently than the mouth. The answer we seek lies in that furtive glance false. The proof that the traveling case... I mean, I kind of agree with that, but let's see. This woman is the ballerina and she's right in front of our eyes, so clearly she can't be inside the traveling case as well. No, that's right. It seems like she was wasn't abducted at all. In case, what is the crime the young woman is apparently committing? I can see I'm going to have to step in and fix the great detective's mistakes again. You seem to look pleased now, Rudo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Sholmes? Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what the woman is up to. Okay, let's see. Can we look around? There's something... Oh, the tiara! This thing's very valuable. Whoa, look at this dazzling tiara. I've never seen anything like it. In real diamonds? Oh, Naruto, try it on. What? Me? Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere. I mean, I know exactly what it is.
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? So she ran away and stole the tiara, and she plans on selling it, doesn't she? Indeed, it would appear to be identical tiara pictured on the news article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no. Yes, you left your ballerine troupe unlawfully, taking their precious tiara with you. Oh, we're hitting her pretty hard with all these facts. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from the... How do you say? An Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me. This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself? She must have been extremely lonely. Can we get to why there was something moved? The case was moving? Alright, I will tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now. Come, let us not be so hasty. What? I mean, she's gonna tell us. There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open the traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, there exists some reason why you wish to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of contents of your case, even before I have ever laid eyes on them. Dear me. We're not well suited to life crime, are we? Once again, we all need to follow the furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, there's reason to believe the books on the shelf. Why are there stuff like that exactly like in Kazuma's room? Maybe. Why you suddenly bookcases? That's wild guess. Alright, let's take a look at the bookcase. We don't need to read a bunch of this extra dialogue. Whatever she hides should be revealed if following gaze the direction of the bookcase. Okay. So is it a bookcase? Maybe not. What's this right here? Let us look at it. This is a charming little picture, isn't it? What is it? Something climbing a steep mountainside or descending one? Seems to me, when you've been on a flat sea for a while, maybe you start seeing hills and mountains and everything. Alright, that wasn't quite it. Maybe if we take a better look at this instead. It looks like these are all the same books that we have in our cabin. I suppose the stewardess likes to make sure passengers have a lot to read on the voyage. And have you noticed all the books have fallen over just like Kazumi's cabin? It's almost like someone's taking a sweep at them. Maybe Miss Pavlova while she was practicing her ballet. Anyway, the point is, we don't have time to look through the books at the moment. We couldn't even if we wanted. They're all in Russian. Well, that's a relief. Let's try our luck somewhere else. Alright, maybe the rules of passage? These are the rules of passage for traveling aboard the SS Bureau. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabin. Pets are strictly forbidden. Oh, there's a pet in there. There's exactly the same notes in our cabin too. Wonder what break the rules. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment would be severe now, Rudo-san. Probably left to drift in the cold and freezing ocean. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end. So I've actually been serving time in few weeks now, have I?
Yes!
There's a pet. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open the case is written on the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or any dangerous objects in the cabins. Pets are strictly forbidden. Inside the case of yours is something forbidden from the carriage of this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it. Can the thing even breathe in there? It stopped moving. Oh, it kept moving. It probably wants air. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapons or other dangerous items move on its own accord. Which leaves us with one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case is the last item listed as forbidden is a pet. Sorry, I cannot read that. I was too engrossed in their dancing together. And there you go. She is in possession of a prohibited animal. But what? Is it just a dog? Or is it some like fancy exotic animal? Deduction complete. Elementary. That was pretty interesting. That was a nice little bit of gameplay puzzle within there. I can't wait to see how it gets more complicated. So clearly, you aren't who you said you were. No, I'm not Grimsby ROYLOTT. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performance in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The Bureau is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could you really have snuck on board without being noticed? Like, especially the hair. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet, to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out this scream that we heard outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell. Why, not other than the young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. Well, it must have been the dog. I was so scared when I ran into Shanghai. I was sure they would have come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disguise myself, so no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man, I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then just before you came in here, I saw that in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew if I hadn't changed my appearance completely, they would find me. Couldn't she have, like, knotted her hair into the hat, so that way her hair would not be shown so much? So I decided to cut all my hair as fast as possible, and I picked up a scissor in my hand, and at the precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that, from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It's my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to tell any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Yes, alright, I will tell you. Well, Mr. Naruto? Wasn't it something Mr. Sholm's great deduction? It was certainly something, yes. Just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yes, what? Observe your wrists. I am handcuffed again. And I'm handcuffed again. Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But let's just get this over. True to my word, I've restored your shackles. When and why? There's still a shadow of a guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruto. I'm sorry to say, I can't be helped at the moment. Can't say it, really. Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pablo has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to stand firm what the speckled band that Kazuma wrote in his diary really means. Alright, now we can actually talk to her. What happened last night? Did you notice that someone was killed in the cabin next to this one last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. He was a friend? Oh wait, I thought she was talking. Oh, that's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example. Perhaps people talking. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in the wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Miss Pavlova, is there something you can tell us? I don't. I'm sorry, but all I can think of last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Oh, that's sad. Well, I guess how about talk about you running away? You've run away from the ballet company, haven't you, Miss Novovich Ballet? Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about ballet. I want to start a new life. They must have really rigorously trained her for ballet. It sounds pretty forceful. You wish to forget a challenging proposition when you have a striking tiara as a reminder. The tiara is mine. I need it to live. Well, it depends on selling it, of course. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stay, it would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. Oh, so the crew does know. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruto? Me? Oh, well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum? I'm not sure, but I'm missing something apparently. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Was it? However, the SS stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. So how is it, pray, that you come to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted to sound strange when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him when the occupant of his cabin came aboard. Oh, that's why there's a strange reaction from Mr. Beef Stroganoff. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It's how the Russian newspaper described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. What? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I can never resist the touch of the dramatic, it seems. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to deduction. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement, but the great adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Shoei. Anyway, it doesn't look like Miss Pavlov is going to tell us anything that happened. So let's just talk about the friend and see where it goes from there. So the friend you mentioned inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board according to the rules of passage. Oh please, don't tell any of the crew. Just let it out. I think it needs air. If they found my precious... Then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Huh. So reassuring, Mr. Holmes. But what sort of pet is your friend? Hello, puppy. It is, isn't it? It's not a puppy. Oh, it's a rabbit. Adorable little rabbit. Ah, you credit Russians as the land with small rabbits, do you? So, don't they have small rabbits there too? You may well ask. I have no idea. Okay. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of your ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chick. She literally just said it's a rabbit, didn't she? Or did she not? Did I miss something here? Considering the benefits, a rousing wake-up call, daily first set. I think he's wrong. I'm not gonna believe him. And when adversity strikes to satisfy needs of sustenance. So you eat your friends, I remember that. Wait, so is it a rabbit? Well, it would appear this friend's identity is closely guarded, secret, not to be revealed. He obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe something that might shed some light on it. Do I have something? Court records. Can we ask about this? Can I present something? There we go. Present. Can I present this? Are you gonna say anything about the diary? This is a diary from my friend who passed away. His diary? Yes, and he wrote in the last night before he died something a little unusual. It reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling. And then a few minutes later, 1:35 a.m. Oh, I freaking skipped the dialogue. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he means to join this cabin, you see. Oh wait, there we go. How did I do that? History. What looks like some sort of speckled band in the ventilator. Okay. That's all he said. It's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victor's cabins are connected together. Oh! Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you, or a whistling sound perhaps? No, I don't know anything. Oh. Does he just not trust us? She's not gonna say anything, is she? Oh, something's happening. Excuse me, Mr. ROYLOTT. Yes. What? Oh my gosh, she put on disguise so fast. Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to the captain's quarter at once. Oh no. Alright, I will come now. Okay, what? You must leave now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. ROYLOTT. Get out. The passenger said out. Or do you want me to throw you out? It looks like we have to leave investigating this cabin until later. What a pity. Darn, I wonder if we could find out more if I showed something different. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. To be continued. Well then, I think this is actually where we're gonna stop this part here. Yeah, so we're gonna save our current progress. And thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, or subscribe. And until then, I will see you all later. Goodbye.